Hey everyone, welcome to, we're not even really sure what episode of The Last Take this is.
No idea.
We've been on a 3-month sabbatical.
Something like that,
it feels
yeah.
like anyway.
Yeah.
They've only been a few weeks, but...
Have we done one since I've been back in school?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know, maybe 1 or 2. I don't feel like we've done many.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
We did we did release a Portal Let's Play.
Yeah, we did.
So if you haven't seen that, you should go check it out. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, I'm a little biased. You can watch and get mad at Dano with me because that's certainly what I was doing.
I was getting mad at myself.
You are getting mad at yourself too, but that's good.
And that's,
I mean,
that's rare because I normally have such low expectations for myself.
Yeah,
like I lived the bar.
I mean, I have even lower expectations for you, and I was still disappointed.
That's fair.
So that's how rough the Portal Let's Play went. You should go check it out. If you don't know what Portal is, it's a game with portals. I think I succinctly wrapped that one up.
Yeah, Portal. There's orange and blue. It's confused me so
Anyway,
much.
episode 2 or part 2 of the Portal Let's Play will come out eventually.
It's a good thing portals aren't real, otherwise I would have like PTSD flashbacks.
Oh yeah, you'd be in trouble. You'd be in trouble. But imagine how quickly you could get to work.
I'd still be late.
You'd still be late. You're absolutely right. Anyway, Dano, it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that, since the last time we did one of these.
Yeah.
You want to give us quick, succinct wrap-up of what's happened in the last 3 weeks?
The biggest thing that I regret that we haven't had the chance to talk about yet is the Miami Dolphins offensive line coach.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, that story it had so many levels. It was perfect. It was when the least notable part of the story is that you've got a team coach in his office blowing down cocaine. You know you got yourself a gold mine, right?
Oh yeah.
To me, the best part of the story was that I don't want to call her, she was a stripper.
A dancing entertainer.
Model is what they were calling her on ESPN.
Model?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
model.
the watered down ESPN. It's a Nevada model, and it's a white powdery substance. And they never said stripper or cocaine, but, you know.
Yeah, close enough.
Connect the dots. But she says she did all of this, according to an interview, in the name of activism for Colin Kaepernick.
Hey, yeah, I got nothing. I got no reaction to that.
Watching that story develop, I'll pander to you here a little bit. It's like you're driving, right?
Okay.
And it's icy out.
Okay, yeah.
And you start losing it on the ice, right? Rear end starts to kick out a little bit. You're losing it. And then all of a sudden you think you get
Not sure why this is pandering to me.
Because we all drive cars. You have a car. You have a car.
Okay. That was the pandering.
Yeah, I have a car too. I don't know. You're the only one in the damn room, all right? So when you think you've got it, the stripper activism came and just sent you off the cliff. And it was like, what just happened? What just happened? Because it was like, okay, stripper bus coach for cocaine. And, you know, it's going to ruin his family and he's going to lose his job and all that good stuff.
What part of that do you think loses him his family? The stripper or the cocaine?
Both?
I don't know. Doubling down.
I
feel like he lost it well before he doubled down.
I feel like we might need our significant others to
we'll have to
confirm or
put it on the poll.
We'll put it on the poll. What would ruin it for you, cocaine or stripper?
Yeah.
If you were dating me or you. Yeah.
Or anybody. Yeah. I mean,
if I developed a cocaine habit, I'm pretty sure my girlfriend would not be fond of it. And I'm pretty sure she wouldn't go for the stripper thing either.
I don't know. Knowing your girlfriend and some of the questions she has asked.
Yeah.
I think she could be into it.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, maybe not.
I don't know.
Anyway, so what else has happened in the last 3 weeks?
Mike Ditka we're never going to hear from him again.
Ooh, foot and mouth.
Yeah, big old foot and mouth. Only saving grace he could possibly get is that if he goes into like Uncle or Creepy Grandpa Mike, and it's like, oh, you know, that's Creepy Grandpa Mike. He he's old, he doesn't know any better, he just says slightly racist things at Christmas dinner, and we all still love him. He's just from a different time.
How old is Ditka?
Let's consult
The Google machine.
Mike Ditka age. 78 years old. 78.
I mean, there was a point in time when that kind of stuff was around for him.
Absolutely.
So, right, wrong, or indifferent,
Yep.
boy, he's just not with it.
Needs to kind of plead insanity at this point.
Insanity.
In my mind. Like, honestly, if you're a broadcaster, that's the only way you bounce back from that.
Man. I don't know anymore. I mean, you've got guys like Aikman coming up and all this. I mean, just how much more room is there for these older guys?
I don't know. Hot take.
A hot take. You don't know. All right, good talk. What else?
All right, so I'm going to try one of these fancy segue things that they do on the radio, right?
Yep.
So we saw Aaron Rodgers go out for... I make notes of stuff that we should talk about.
You've been taking notes.
I've been taking notes, yes. So Rodgers went out for the year.
Should we take a call?
Snapped his collarbone. Yeah, can we? Harash, is he there?
No.
No? All right. Rodgers went out for the year.
Okay.
Segue into... We're going to check in on if each player who has been placed on injured reserve or the PUP list...
Okay.
in the NFL this season were to make a team, how ridiculously stacked it would be this year, right? So here's the list. We'll give credit. Barstool Sports put this out, right? At quarterback, you got Aaron Rodgers. So right there, you got arguably the best quarterback in the league. Your two running backs,
Yep.
David Johnson and Dalvin Cook.
Ooh.
Two very good running backs.
Very good running backs.
Fullback, John Kuhn.
Okay.
Wide receivers.
I mean, a lot of teams don't even play with a fullback, but if you have the option, he's not a bad option.
Fundamentally sound.
Fundamentally sound.
Yep. Wide receivers. Ready for this list? Odell Beckham Jr.,
Yep.
Julian Edelman,
Yep.
and Allen Robinson.
Oh, and that doesn't even include Kelvin Benjamin.
He's playing.
What?
Kelvin Benjamin
Missed
is playing.
that one.
Yep.
No,
Swing and a
wait.
miss.
Which one of the Panthers receivers is out? I thought one of them was out for the year. All right.
Yeah.
None of them.
All right.
As it turns out.
Oh, you're
Zero.
thinking of Greg Olsen, the tight end. He's your starting tight end, Greg Olsen.
That was actually...
That's who you were thinking of. Yep.
Greg Olsen.
Tackles, Joe
Thanks for the
Thomas,
save there, bud.
Zach Streif, Jason Peters. Guards, Mike Iupati.
Iupati?
Iupati. His name is Iupati, so I'm assuming he's asking if I and Iupati. Marshall Yonda. Defensive ends, J.J. Watt, Cliff Averill. D tackles, Sharif Floyd and Haloti Nada. Linebackers.
Some awesome names, man.
Yeah. Trust me, I'm getting a workout with this one. Linebackers, Tom Bahali. Only reason I know how to say that one is because he played for Penn State.
Okay, good.
Shane Ray, Whitney Marcellus, and Jordan Hicks. Cornerbacks are good as well. D'Angelo Hall, Delvin Breaux, and Deshaun Sheed. Safety, Calvin Pryor, Eric Berry. And then you go into your kickers, Janikowski. I didn't know Janikowski was hurt.
Yes, he was.
Darren Sproles can be your kick returner. But how about that list? If that was a team in the NFL, Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, heck, just in the receiver category alone, I just pulled up the IR list for 2017 so far. Edelman, Marshall, Dwayne Harris, OBJ, Charles Johnson, Devin Smith, Corey Coleman, which we haven't really seen what he's done, but I know what he did in college.
Did he play for Baylor?
Yes.
I was going to say because I've never heard of him. So normally when you know an NFL player.
Very good receiver.
Okay. Normally when you know an NFL player that I haven't heard of, he went to Baylor.
Sometimes.
Normally, yeah.
Sometimes. Just some top-notch guys here who are just in the receiving core. Then you've got Olsen, Eifert, Fedorowicz. Say that one.
CJ Fedorowicz.
Let's see. Keep scrolling down. Oh, I'm in the tackles. You know a name you left off that list because you're only talking offense. J.J. Watt.
I said J.J. Watt.
I wasn't listening
and
to
I
you.
was not going through just offensive. If you were listening, I actually
wasn't.
rattled
I
off the
wasn't
defensive ends, the defensive tackles, the linebackers, the cornerbacks, and the safeties.
All right, to be fair, I wasn't listening.
That's a fine.
I mean, Lance Dunbar, Danny Woodhead, older but good veteran running backs.
Fundamentally so.
Well, I mean, Lance Dunbar.
No, Danny Woodhead.
Okay. I lumped them together. Yes, I know Danny Woodhead is white.
Just making sure you got the joke there. Connect the dots. Sorry.
This is what I got to deal with. Can you believe Tannehill makes more money than Aaron Rodgers?
That's Miami Dolphins right there.
Yes.
Yeah, Miami Dolphins. We've got a quarterback who we're not even sure if he's good, but we're going to pay him a truck ton.
It's crazy, man. Because they actually have their cap hit and salary on here too.
Really?
Yeah. There's some big money on this list.
Yeah. So I mean, the product on field hasn't been as good the last couple of years, and I don't remember how bad.
Jankowski gets bank.
How much does Jankowski make?
$3 million.
Say that again.
$3 million.
What?
Yes.
Good lord.
He makes $3 million.
God, I should have just started kicking balls.
It's never too late, Dana.
Oh, it's too late. My body is shit. I'm a frail old man. Frail man.
Here's an incredible stat here. How much, I'm not going to let you see, how much money do you think is sitting on the injured reserve list right now? As of whenever this report came out. And I'm not talking cap hit. Actual cash.
$500 million.
Well, you made my number less impressive.
Sorry.
256
I said
million.
that ironically. $500 million. No, I didn't know.
You didn't.
We'll edit that out.
No. All right. So anyway, this has been a terrible segment.
Yep.
Well, let's moving on. Moving on. What else? What else is there to talk about, Dano? You're a baseball fan. Not really. You're not.
No.
You're not. But I do enjoy some baseball. I haven't gotten to watch much, but I did get to watch some of the Astros and the Yankees the last 3 games of that series. Phenomenal games, by the way. Houston wins out. Mm-hmm. It is now Houston Dodgers in the World Series. Dodgers up by 1.
Yeah.
Next game is tonight.
You see that? Everyone just got to... I just found out that was real time. I found out what's going on in the World Series because I had no idea.
There you have it.
Yeah.
I missed game 1. I'll probably miss game 2 because that's tonight.
Nope.
I hope to catch a little bit of game 3, and then this weekend I'm probably going to miss most of it.
Yeah.
Being at the racetrack. But, so, interesting stat here. Not the Dodgers, what am I saying? The Astros are... Actually, I'm going to back up on my stat
you don't
here.
know. You have no idea what you're saying. All
right. So, interesting fact about the Dodgers.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah, I'm going to pump the brakes on that one. Interesting stat about the Dodgers. They have now won a pennant. You know what a pennant is?
Yeah.
Okay. In both the National League and the American League. And I was going to say they're the only team to do it, but I don't actually know if that's the actual stat.
I feel like that's not true.
Well, find me another one. Google, man.
Checkmate. I don't want to Google.
All right, fine. I'll do it. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting stat.
Yeah. I didn't know Houston was in the American League now.
No. Yes.
They were in the National League last time I checked.
No, I think they still are in the National League.
No, the Dodgers are definitely in the National League.
Oh, yeah, they are in the National League. That tells you how much I watch baseball.
Yeah, there you go. There's our baseball
they're in
expert.
the American League, yes.
God, we got to hit the eject button on the baseball stuff pretty soon. We were looking like a bunch of idiots.
I'm out of stats. I'm just going to look up this one. What do you want to move to next?
So kind of keeping on topic for our brand, keeping it with the brand of sports, and obviously we put out stuff
for us. Say roundabouts.
Yeah.
How many roundabouts you been around lately?
we play video games and we talk sports. So this is Worlds Collide. Tar Heels guard Joel Berry.
Oh, excellent. Yes.
Has broken his hand because he was, I assume he lost a game of...
Freaking right. They are the first team to do it.
The Astros.
Yeah, Astros become first team to win the pennant in both
so
AL and
you knew
NL.
that, but you didn't know which league they were in.
Yeah.
I know they did it. I just don't know which one they finished.
I didn't. I couldn't remember which order they did it in. You didn't ask me that.
Well, because I got you. You threw a barrage of confusion at me with that last one. I thought you were talking about the Dodgers at first, and then I was like, I didn't know.
I was at first because I said the wrong thing.
Cat, hop up here and save us.
Battery around.
Yeah.
Instant views.
But Joel Berry,
yes,
playing a game of NBA 2K,
which you play,
which I play a lot.
Yeah,
and I can fully identify with this.
Okay,
story.
Excellent. Yep.
Punched a door after I assume losing in 2K. It did not disclose the final score of the game, which I was interested in.
When I've beat you in 2K, have you ever wanted to punch?
You never beat me in 2K.
I've once.
You beat me in NBA Live.
I did once.
You beat me in NBA Live.
I did once, and that episode never came out.
NBA Live.
I beat you once in 2K. I had a super team, and you had like nobody. And that episode never came out.
I must have blocked it out of my memory.
It
never happened. We
had technical problems, and it never came out. But I beat you once in 2K. Okay. Did you feel like punching a door?
Not that time in particular, but I will go back to a memory I have of...
Just kicking a battery.
Yeah, just Kat's got a battery. I hope she doesn't lick it. Isn't that a thing? Like if you link once...
It's a he, first off.
That's right. I knew that. If you lick us out of a battery, one side will shock you and the other side will it'll make the acid blow up on your face or something.
Not that I know of. Hey, put that down. Don't carry it off. That's probably not good.
Put it in your stash.
Oh boy. Anyway,
but
we've gone off the rails. This
wraps
quite
up
the segment
for me how I can understand this story and how much 2K has affected my life. We were playing 2K14 on the Xbox 360. It was me and my freshman year roommate, Jake Ferry, and we were very drunk. And we were using, I didn't use the Sixers, but he used the Sixers 2001 team because he loved Iverson. And Allen Iverson scored every point for his team. And it came down to the last second, he was down by 2. First time in the game, he passed it to another player, Aaron McKee, in the corner, pulled up, hit a 3, won the game. I still maintain at that moment was the most devastated that I've ever been in my entire life. I was beside myself, absolutely beside myself. I thought if it wasn't my controller, I would have yeeted that thing off the balcony to the dorm. I was beside myself. So, but yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome though that this kid is going to be out a considerable amount of the basketball season because he punched a door because he lost 2K. And it's another great thing of, hey, don't you scratch me, was that Roy Williams, the coach, the quote was, he did a silly thing. That's what it was. One of his greatest characteristics is his competitiveness. I mean, if that kid punched a door after losing a game of 2K, imagine what would happen if they lost the national championship game or something.
Oh, it'd be
good
bad.
Lord, get down.
It'd be really
just
bad.
run.
Yeah.
Uncertain how long you'll be out. I think this kid might have been their starter. But NBA 2K derailed a season for one of the premier basketball programs in the country. So what do you got?
Man, not much. I have been out of the sports world for a little while.
Oh, we kind of missed getting a chance to talk about the what's his face, Rick Pitino, stepping down, getting the boot, whatever, at Louisville.
Right.
Over the report coming out about allegedly Adidas and these schools getting money from the shoe companies to give to recruits to get them to come to the school.
So I guess fill me in. Where are we in all this? Well, have they fully announced every school and coach?
I don't think
last I heard it was company A gave money to player B to go to school F.
Yeah, like I don't know if that's distinctly ever come out, but I think people have connected the dots a lot. That it's mainly Louisville, South Florida was in on it. Auburn was a part of it. So when Auburn comes into the fold, it means it's not just Adidas. Because Auburn is an Under Armour school.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I think, been kept a little bit under wraps now, just because I guess it's a big legal thing.
Oh yeah. Just a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't know too many of the details, but obviously the immediate fallout of it so far is that Pitino is gone. Right before the start of the season. It kind of throws his entire legacy of what Pitino, which was already in question. I mean, people kind of look at that guy as being a shady figure in the sport.
Yeah.
To begin with. But that scandal, if it does turn out to be kind of as advertised, as being this Adidas, Under Armour, whatever, giving money to schools to give to kids to get them to come to school, could tear apart a lot of the constructs in college sports.
I mean, and I would probably, I don't know, be on the unpopular side of that argument that we're propping up this amateurism that doesn't really exist. I mean, these kids, and I know because I worked for a football team in college.
Right.
They basically live and breathe football, and classes are an afterthought.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's got to be if you want to play.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you want to be the kid that's good at school, you're going to be third string, practice squad. Like, that's, at some point, I think we've got to give up this perception of amateurism.
Yeah.
And start treating it, because it's not like baseball, right?
Right.
Baseball, kids come play college, they go to the minors, and then they really start to develop. And, college is good for them, but there's not so much, at least not from the side of it I saw, there wasn't as much pressure on the baseball kids as there was the football kids.
Right. Yeah.
But baseball has a minor league system, so unless the NFL is going to have a minor league system, we really kind of, I think, at some point we need to take a step back, take a look at the NCAA and go, look, this is the minor leagues.
Yeah.
For basketball, for football.
Yep.
And these kids are pouring a lot of time and effort into this for what?
I think
a scholarship to get a degree that they don't really care about at the time because they have to live and breathe football. So great, you got a free degree of probably, I don't know, whatever PE teacher is.
Yeah.
Because you didn't. I mean, a lot of these kids are smart, but they're taking basic degrees for the most part because they have to focus on it.
One of the half-cocked ideas I came up with on how to fix part of this, right, is, and again, I have barely thought through the fallout effect of what this could do, but if you got a kid coming out, the way scouting is now and everything, you know when a kid's coming out of high school, if he's got the potential to make it to the pros, right?
Yep.
If the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball still want to have, and I think they do this to an extent in baseball, if they want to continue to use college as their minor league, you draft that kid, you have some kind of high school draft, where that kid, you still make it mandated that they go to college for a year or two, right? Mm-hmm. But you pick that kid up after high school. He's got to go to school for a year or so, but that team is paying him in some form to be at that school, right?
Sure.
And obviously, you can revisit it in a couple of years if an unknown in college pops up. The only thing I can think of that would really throw a snag into that. I watched a documentary recently on the corruption in like AAU basketball and how that's kind of like the wild, wild west in just terms of shoe companies getting out and getting with these kids. That would probably put that on steroids a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it would be if they wanted, because they use the NCAA, like you said, as a minor league. If the Carolina Panthers you have a bunch of high school kids in the draft, right? If Carolina Panthers call and say they want high school senior, he goes to school for 2 years, but the Panthers are giving him some kind of college salary to be a part of that organization, finish out, do school for as long as the NFL makes him, and then he's a part of that team when he gets out. Or hell, the NFL's rolling in the money. I mean, do something to give these kids, because it kind of clicked for me a little bit when I was watching the Penn State game this past weekend.
Well, but I think the problem isn't just NFL; it's NBA,
right?
You know, I mean, it's
do it for each.
Yeah, so I mean, it can't just be the NFL's got it. It's got to be something where the team does it.
Yeah.
You know, the sanctioning body can't do it.
Yep.
Because the NFL is not going to pay kids to go play basketball.
Yeah. It kind of clicked again for me a little bit watching that Penn State game. And I'm a huge Penn State football fan. But that whole, got up and College Game Day was on, broadcasting from Happy Valley, hyping up that game. That stadium had over 110,000 people in it on Saturday night.
Yep.
Tickets are probably going for at least, the cheap seats, $60, $70 a pop, right? All that money, and every single one of those kids on the field isn't seeing a dime.
Nope.
Legally through the NCAA contract. Because I remember Dickie V, when the whole thing broke, that whole story about Louisville and stuff, was tweeting like how heartbroken he is about, this stuff never existed. I didn't know this stuff existed in our sport. It's like, come on. Like, you can't be that naive, man. You know this stuff goes on.
So, what else you got?
O.J. Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
The juice is loose.
Yep.
But Barstool, again, put something out today about, is an Instagram picture. OJ's has been seen golfing.
Yeah.
He's been taking selfies with fans at a bar. And apparently he's got 2 girlfriends.
2?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah. And there's
One's
a
hard enough.
picture of them. And yeah. Nice eyes.
Yeah.
Nice eyes.
Big hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything to wrap up on?
I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
You good?
Good.
Good.
All right. Well, that's been this whatever episode this is. I would say tune in next week, but there's no guarantees anymore.
Yeah.
So tune in anyway, and you can either rewatch this one or maybe a new one. And keep an eye out. We will have part 2 of the Portal Let's Play coming out soon. I've got to finish cutting it up. And other than that, we'll see you next time.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for hanging out.